I want to introduce, we have a few special guests from a 6th grade class, but first I want to talk to their teachers. So I want to welcome Miss Chilton and Miss Corey to our Friday All School Assembly. Welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Thanks for having us.
Sure.
We wanted to share a poem that our friends in 6th grade had written. Just before the break in December, we had read the book The Crossover by a poet named Kwame Alexander. Some of our friends have also gone on to read some of his other books as the time has passed. Just today, we read a book called The Undefeated by Kwame Alexander, and our friends have really taken a liking to his writing.
Yes.
So a couple weeks ago, I was on my way to work one day, and I heard Kwame Alexander on the radio, and he was reading a poem that hundreds and hundreds of people around the world had written with him. It was called a crowdsourced poem. So everybody contributed a little bit, and it created this wonderful poem. And the theme of the poem was I Dream a World. So I called up my friend, Mrs. Corey, and I was like, hey, this was super cool. We love Kwame Alexander in 6th grade. What do you think if
We crowdsourced the poem.
Crowdsource a poem, just like Kwame Alexander did? So we approached our friends, and they were game. And what we wanted to share with you today is what our 6th grade class came up with. So we have a few friends here who are willing to share and read, and we're super excited for you to hear it.
And we used the technology to make this happen, Mr. Dodge. We used Jamboards, we used breakout rooms, we used a shared document, and then we had a group of kids volunteer. They stayed after school almost every day for like a week to sort through everybody's words and put them together in a meaningful way. So it's been a real, they've put in a lot of work. Mrs. Chilton spent a lot of time with these kids to put it together. So it's been.
So this is, just before they go, this is a compilation from every student in your class read by a small group of students from your class.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit before we go about what you asked them to, when you encourage them to write and add to this poem? What was the, what did students have to think about, or like, what is the theme of the poem, or what did you encourage them to contribute to the poem?
We wanted them to think about the kind of world they want to go out into, what kind of world, as they are getting into young adulthood, that was important for them to live in.
Cool. So
what are the things they want from each other, from the world around them, etc.
Community.
So just so everyone knows, I just heard them practice. You may want to get some tissues. I'm glad I heard it the first time and got to prepare myself. This is powerful. That's all I'm going to say. And I really hope you enjoy it. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to them. So whenever you're ready, friends.
I dream a world. I dream a world where people of all races, colors, shapes, and sizes are accepted for not their appearance, but for what's in their hearts and heads. A world where every race is human. A world where all people are valued regardless of gender, race, or size. A world where people are not body shamed. I dream a world where people are not judged or put down because of what they believe in or the color of their skin. A world where all people are supported. A world of equality between women and men and people with darker skin than me. A world where if you're black or a woman, your opportunities are the same. A world where we treat everyone equally even if we are different. A world where someone might think differently but yet no one thinks differently of them. A world where when you feel cold, someone will be there to warm you up. A world where we care as much for our neighbors as we do ourselves, where we realize that we rise together, not as individuals, where friends are people that help you and are there for you. A world where we respect others' opinions even if they are different from our own. A world where people compliment each other instead of putting each other down.
A world where you are not judged and you do not judge others. I dream of a world where you don't have to be perfect, where you can be happy with yourself and not have to change for others, where you don't get glares for standing out. Life is short and it needs to be equal and free. A world where we can work together and make time for others. A world where there are no rude people and where you can make new friends that are nice. A world where no one is mean and everyone is caring and thoughtful. I dream of a world where all your neighbors are loved like family. I dream of a world where no one has to be in need of food, shelter, safety, or love. A world where schools have no bullies and everyone is nice. A world where people don't abuse animals and humans. A world where a woman and men are seen equally as capable as men. I messed that up, I'm sorry. A world where women are seen as equally capable as men. We need to accept people for who they were born to be. A world where there are people who stand up for each other. Hope is what I have for my fellow people. Together we can be great if we hold hands and take a stand. The world I dream is for everyone.
I dream of a world where you don't have to be scared to be you. A world where I can be me. A world where prosperity blooms throughout the world. A world where people are free to be who they are on the inside. A world where people don't hide their feelings about something because their peers don't feel the same way. A world where no one should have to hide the thing they love because someone thinks differently. I dream of a world where feelings are expressed without judgment or feelings being hurt. A world where everyone is loved for who they are and respected. A world where people are free. A world where everyone can be themselves and not care what anybody thinks. I dream a world of kindness, where people will treat others the way that they want to be treated. A world where voices are listened to and where opinions are heard. A world where people will listen to each other. A world where people will respect God and others. A world where dreams come true and people work for what they want. I dream of a world that can be mended of heartache, where I no longer need to question what is real or fake. A world where time is not a world of peace and love. A world where people appreciate life for what it is.
I dream a world where I can look at the stars and be able to see the night sky. I wish I could look at the great seas and see the shiny shells without seeing a sandwich bag floating on top of the water. I dream a world that is kept clean, a world where there is no litter. I dream a world where people are kind to animals and don't hunt for glory. I wish that we could look out at the woods and see wildlife in their natural habitat without animals being endangered. Where destruction of the land is no more, a world that we can see it as it is and nothing different.
I dream a world where everyone can feel and be safe, a world where kids and adults feel safe walking down the streets, a world where kids would not just lay in their beds but instead go see the world without fear, where families do not have to be scared about because of war, a world where hospitals are empty and there's no sickness to be cured, a world where you have people who care and keep you and others safe.
I dream of a world where kindness is everywhere, where learning new things is just as important as TikTok and Instagram, and where everyone has someone or something to do, love, and then loves them back. A world where people are not bullied through the internet or in their faces, a world where people spend their day outside with each other and not staring at a screen, a world where people don't fear speaking out something on social media and fear they will get bullied by someone behind a screen.
A world of hope, a world of forgiveness, a world of respect, a world of happiness, a world of kindness, a world of peace, a world full of never-ending possibilities.
All right, it was just as powerful as the second time. I want you to know that. Thank you. Thank you to the readers, Miss Chilton, Miss Corey. Thank you to your class for contributing such a special piece of writing. I have to really think about how to share this outside of our school community because I think it's worth that. My recommendation to all of you out there and to these writers is don't ever forget what you hope for And I hope that as you get older, I was saying to them before how it's been so nice to see them as sixth graders. Think about how they've come through our schools and grown up, but you can achieve those things and it's in your power. So stay hopeful, friends. And I've had a strange day and this just turned it all around. So thank you for doing that for me. I sincerely appreciate it. Have a wonderful break, everyone. We will see you back here a week from this coming Monday, and we'll be back in this place 2 weeks from today. All right. Have a great week. Be safe, be kind to everyone, and we'll see you later. Bye.